Machine learning. So what are the objectives of machine learning? The machine learning techniques is another method. It is used in the data science. So that objective is to understand the concept of machine learning and its types, to discuss the application of machine learning. So this is the major category. It is used in the machine learning techniques. Key elements of machine learning. There are the 10 of thousands of machine learning algorithms and hundreds of new algorithms are deployed every year. So machine learning algorithm is the three components. One is the representation and evaluation and optimization. So what is a representation? So representation means how to represent the knowledge. Example, it is include the decision trees, set of rules and instances and graphical models, neural network and support vector machines and model example and others. So these are the representation of machine learning technique. Evaluation. The way to evaluate candidate programs, for example, is accuracy, prediction and recall, squared error, likelihood, posterior probability, cost and margin and entropy, KL, divergence and others. Next method is it is optimization. The way the candidate programs are generated, known as the search process. For example, combinational optimization, convex optimization and constraint optimization. All the machine learning algorithms are combined of these three components, a framework for understanding all the algorithms. Types of machine learning techniques. What is a machine learning technique? There are the 4 types of machine learning algorithm. One is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and semi-supervised learning and reinforcement learning. So that's the 4 ways. What is that supervised learning? Supervised learning is called the inductive learning. The training the data include the desired output. This is the spam. This is not learning. It is surprised. That is called the learning is supervised one. Unsupervised learning is training the data does not include the desired output. For example, clustering. It is hard to tell what is a good learning and what is not. It is unsupervised learning. Semi-supervised learning, it is the training the data. It includes a few desired outputs. The next one is reinforcement learning. Rewards from the sequence of actions. AI types like it most ambitious type of learning. It is a reinforcement learning. Supervised learning is the most mature, the most studied and the type of learning used by the most of machine learning algorithm. Learning with supervision is much easier than the learning without the supervision. Supervised machine learning. Supervised machine learning algorithms are ones that involve the direct supervisions of the operations. So the developer label sample the data and the set strict boundaries upon which the algorithm operates. So it is the spoon-fed version of machine learning. Select what kind of information for the samples and what the results to be desired. So this is the method. It should be find out in the supervised machine learning method. This process becomes a more or less connect to the dots and routines. The primary purpose, the supervised learning to the scale, the scope of the data and make predictions of unavailable future or unseen data based on the labeled sample data. So the supervised learning, it has the first one is the classification. The classification is a process where incoming data is labeled based on the past data samples and manually train the algorithm to recognize the certain type of objects and categorize them accordingly. To know how to differentiate the type of information and perform an optical character, image, or binary recognitions. Then regression. What is a regression? Regression is the process to identify the pattern and calculating the prediction of continuous outcomes. The system has to understand the numbers and values and grouping. So the most widely used supervised algorithms are linear regression, logistical regression, a random forest, gradient boosted trees, support vector machines, the neural networks, decision trees, naive-based algorithm, and nearest neighbor. So these are the main supervised algorithms are used to find the algorithms. The use case of supervised learning algorithm. The most common fields of use for the supervised learning algorithm is the price prediction and trend forecasting in sales and retail commerce and stock trading. In both cases, the algorithm uses the incoming data to access the possibility and calculate the possible outcomes. The business case for supervised learning include ad tech operations as part of the ad content delivery sequence. The role of the supervised learning algorithm there is to access the possible prices of ad spaces and its value during the real-time bidding process and also keep the budget spending under the specific limitations. So unsupervised machine learning algorithm. Unsupervised learning is one of the most does not involve the direct control of the developer. If the main point of supervised machine learning is that you know the result and need to sort out the data, then in the case of unsupervised machine learning algorithm, that the results are unknown and yet to be defined. Another big difference between the two is a surprise learning. Use the labeled data exclusively while the unsupervised learning feeds the unlabeled data. The unsupervised machine learning algorithm is exploring the structure of the information, extracting the valuable insights, detecting the patterns, implementing this into the operations to increase the efficiency. The unsupervised learning algorithm apply the following techniques is described. One is clustering, another one dimensionality reduction. Clustering. It is an explorations of the data used to segment it into meaningful groups based on their internal pattern without prior knowledge of group credential. Dimensionality reductions means there is a lot of noise in the incoming data. The machine learning algorithm use dimensionality reduction to remove the noise while distilling the relevant information. So the most widely used algorithms are in this unstructured one, unsupervised learning algorithm, K-mean clustering, TSNE, it is the distributed stochastic neighbor embedding, PCA, principal component analysis, and association rule. So these are four algorithms used to finding the unsupervised learning methods. Use case of unsupervised learning. Digital marketing and ad tech that are the fields where unsupervised learning is used. In this algorithm is often applied to explore the customer information and adjust the service accordingly. The thing is, there are the lot of so-called known, unknown is the incoming data. The very effectiveness of the business operations depends on the ability to make sense and unlabeled data and extract the relevant insights. Unsupervised algorithm equip the modern data management. At the moment, the Salesforce and among the most cutting edge data management platform that they implement the ML algorithms. The unsupervised learning can be used to identify the target of the audience group based on certain credentials. So next one is semi-supervised machine learning. Semi-supervised machine learning represents the middle ground between the supervised and unsupervised algorithm. Here, how semi-supervised algorithms work, the limitation results in the partially trained model that the late gets tossed the label to enable data. So the limitations of the sample data sets, the result considered pseudo-labeled data sets. Finally, the labeled and the pseudo-labeled data sets are combined, which create the distinct algorithms that combine the descriptive and predictive aspects of supervised and unsupervised learning. So the semi-supervised learning uses the classification process to identify the data assets, that the clustering process to group of the distinct parts. So use case of semi-supervised learning. So the semi-supervised learning, it is the healthcare industry and legal. Then manage the web content classification, image, speech analysis with the help of the semi-supervised learning. In case of web content classification, semi-supervised learning is applied for crawling engines and content aggregation systems. It is in this semi-supervised learning labels to analyze the content and arrange it is in the specific configurations. This is the procedure usually require the human input for the some classifications. So this is the main thing for the semi-supervised machine learning. The next one, reinforcement machine learning techniques. So reinforcement machine learning use the techniques is called the exploration and exploitation. The machines are simple, the action take place, the consequences are observed, and the next actions consider the result of the first action. The two main type of reward signs are available. One is the positive reward signal and negative reward signal. Positive reward signal is encourages continuous performance of the particular sequence of actions, and negative reward signals is personal for the performing the certain activities and urges to correct the algorithm to stop getting the penalties. So this is the most common reinforcement learning algorithm is Q-learning, temporal differences, Monte Carlo tree search, asynchronous actor critic agents. So these are the main reinforcement algorithms are used. Next one, what are the applications? Applications of machine learning techniques. Machine learning is the emerging trend in today technology. You know that it is the growing and very rapidly day by day. So we use that machine learning in our daily life, even without knowing such a Google Map, Google Assistant, Alexa. So these are the type that is used for the machine learning. Below are some of the traditional real world applications of the machine learning techniques are available. Image recognition, speech recognition, it is the applications. Image recognition is one of the most common application of machine learning. It is used to identify the object and person and place and digital images. So if you are using that research in the image recognition, so we can apply the machine learning applications. The popular use case of image recognition and face detection is automatic friend tagging suggestions. It is based on the Facebook project name Deep Face, which is responsible for the face recognition and person identifications in the pictures. Speech recognition. While using the Google, we can get option search by voice. So it like Alexa. It comes under the speech recognition and it's a popular applications of machine learning. For example, Alexa, if we are using that in a house, then we are using Alexa. So the based on that Alexa, then we applied for the machine learning techniques. Speech recognition is the process of converting the voice instructions in the text, and it is also known as the speech to text or computer speech recognition. At the present, machine learning algorithms are widely used in the various applications of speech recognition, Google Assistant, Siri, then Cortana and Alexa are using the speech recognition technology to follow the voice. So these are the main, that is the application it is used for the machine learning algorithm. Next, it is a traffic prediction. We want to visit the new place, we can help the Google map, isn't it? Which shows us the correct path with the shortest route and predict the traffic conditions. So it predicts the traffic conditions such as the weather, traffic is cleared or slow moving or heavily congested with the help of the two ways. Real-time locations of the vehicle from the Google Map applications and sensors. Average time has taken on past days at the same time. Everyone who is using the Google Map is helping these applications. It is a better one. It takes the information from the user and send back to the database to improve the performance. The next is product recommendations. Machine learning is widely used by the various e-commerce and entertainment companies such as Amazon and Netflix. For the product recommendation to the user, whenever we search for some product in Amazon, we started getting the advertisement for the same product while the internet's surfing on the same browser, and it's become the machine learning techniques. Another one, Google understands the user internet using the various machine learning algorithm and suggested the product as per the customer interest. The similar, when the Netflix, we find the recommendations for entertainment series, movies, etc. And this is the done with the help of the machine learning techniques. So next one, it is a product recommendation. Machine learning is widely used in the various e-commerce and entertainment companies such as the Amazon, Netflix. The product recommendation is the user. So these are the way that the Netflix and this is used for the product recommendation. Self-driving cars. One of the most existing application of the machine learning is self-driving car. Machine learning plays the significant role in self-driving cars. So the most popular car manufacturer in Tesla to use this mechanism. Companies working on the self-driving car, it is using the unsupervised learning method to train the car models to detect the people and object while driving. So these are the main applications used in the machine learning method. Next one, email spam and malware filtering. Whenever we receive the new email, it is filtered automatically and important, normal and spam. We always receive an important mail in our inbox with the important symbol and spam emails in our spam box. And the technology began this machine learning. Below are some of the filters are given: content filter, header filter, general, blacklist filter, rules-based filter, permission filter. So these are the main filters are used to filtering the that is the data into that particular email. Some machine learning algorithms such as the multi-layer perceptron, decision tree, Navy's based classifier are used for the email spam filtering and malware detections. So virtual personal assistants. So we have the various virtual personal assistants in the Google Assistant, Alexa, and Cortana and Siri. It suggests it helping to find the information from our voice instructions. Okay, these assistants can help the various ways to find out the voice and play the music, call someone, then open email, scheduling for the appointments. These are virtual assistants use the machine learning algorithm is the important part. The assistant record of our instructions, send it over of the cloud and decode is the ML algorithm. Online fraud reduction. Machine learning is making our online transaction safe and secure the detecting the fraud transactions. So in the various ways, the fraud transaction can take place for the fake accounts, that is a fake IDs, and steal the money in the middle of the transaction. So these are the genuine transaction. the output is converted into the hash values. These values become the input for the next round. So these are the main that is application and advantages is based on this machine learning algorithm. Next one, stock marketing. Machine learning is widely used in stock marketing. So it is always the risk of the downs and the shares. For machine learning, long, short-term money neural network is used to the prediction of the stock market trends. Next is the medical diagnosis. The medicines, the machine learning is used to disease diagnosed, which is the medical technology growing the fast and able to find and build the 3D model that can predict the exact position of the lesions in the brains. It helps the finding the brain tumors and other brain related diseases easily using this machine learning algorithm. Automatic language translations. So nowadays, if we visit a new place and we are not aware the language, then it is not problem. So we can using the use based on the machine learning to help to find our language. Google GNMT, that the Google Neural Machine Translations provide this feature, which is the neural machine learning that translates the text into our familiar language. It is called the automatic translation. So this is the main thing for that machine learning technique. So the machine learning technique, what is that applications, what are the characteristics, what are the advantages of applications, and what type of applications will use for this machine learning. So these are the things then we studied about that. Next, what is the main points? There are the tens of thousands of machine learning algorithms and hundreds of new algorithms are developed every year. Every machine learning algorithm is the three component. You know that it is a classification, regression, and machine learning. But today is the technology to growing and rapid. That is the day by day. Okay, it is growing very rapidly day by day. The machine learning techniques are present.